Bro, listen up. This one's gonna sting a bit. No cap, you've been holding yourself back. And the worst part? You've been letting your own people help you do it. Yeah, I said it. Family, friends, the same ones who mean well, but secretly want you to stay at their level. They'll tell you to chill, to take it easy, to enjoy life. But that's cap. What they're really saying is, don't grow so much that you make me feel small. Let's vibe check your reality real quick. You say you want to improve, but look at your routine. You're scrolling through TikTok like an NPC programmed to chase dopamine hits. You flexing fake productivity, calling it a mental health day. But deep down, you know it's just another excuse to avoid the grind. You think watching self-help clips on YouTube at 2 a.m. counts as work? Bro, that's delulu. That's not discipline. That's procrastination wearing a motivational hoodie. You keep saying, I'll start tomorrow. But tomorrow is the biggest cap ever invented. Tomorrow is the hiding place of the lazy. Every time you say, I'll do it later, you're taking an L, low-key stacking up losses, like achievements in a game you don't even want to play. You're not tired, you're comfortable. Comfort kills dreams faster than failure ever could. Look, I get it. It's hard to improve when the people around you don't move the same. You try to talk about your goals, and they call you obsessed or arrogant. You say no to the party, and they call you boring. You start waking up early, and your family thinks you've gone delulu. Bro, that's how small minds react when they see someone leveling up. It's not hate, it's insecurity disguised as advice. Here's a hot take. Your comfort zone is not just your couch, it's your circle. You're trying to become the main character, but your supporting cast keeps pulling you back into filler episodes. They want you to chill, to vibe, to flex your drip, to stay relatable. But being relatable doesn't get you W's. Being relatable keeps you stuck in group chats full of NPCs bragging about average moves. You think you're vibing, but low-key, you're sinking. Every day you choose comfort, you choose an L. You're scrolling, liking, laughing, reacting, but not acting. You're living like a spectator, not a player. NPC energy, bro. You're out here watching other people blow up, getting gassed over their wins while your own dreams collect dust. You say, I'm waiting for motivation. That's cap. Motivation is a mood. Discipline is the move. You don't need hype. You need habits. You've been flexing for validation instead of for progress. You dress for clout, not for focus. You talk about vibes, but don't understand that real vibes come from results, not attention. Drip doesn't hide stagnation. You can't buy main character energy. You earn it through the grind. You can't flex fake work. The results always snitch. Here's the truth. Improvement means isolation. You can't slay when you're surrounded by people who are comfy being cringe. You can't level up while hanging out with friends who only talk about gossip, memes, and FOMO plans. You can't build empires when your family keeps saying, be realistic. Realistic is code for stay small. You gotta go off even when it makes you look cold. You gotta be okay with people calling you different, selfish, obsessed. That's the tax of greatness. When you start improving, you'll feel salty at first. You'll see your friends flexing online, vibing at parties, and you'll feel that FOMO creep in. But here's the thing. Every night you skip the distractions, every time you say no to useless plans, that's a W. It's not glamorous, but it's based. You're trading temporary hype for permanent growth. You're building momentum while they're burning time. Bro, your phone is a trap disguised as entertainment. Every app wants your attention like it's rent money. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, all designed to keep you dead inside, scrolling for another mood hit. Oh, but you? You're supposed to be the main character, not a background NPC clapping for someone else's flex. You can't build your future when you're too busy reacting to other people's highlights. Low-key, even your family might not understand your grind. You'll hear, "Why are you working so much?" Or, "You've changed." Bet? That's the point. You're supposed to change. You're supposed to outgrow conversations that go nowhere. You're supposed to reject comfort when everyone else worships it. Improvement is rebellion in a world addicted to ease. You think success comes with support? Nah, bro. It comes with silence, judgment, and doubt. People will act sus, pretending to care, but secretly hoping you'll fall. That's fine. That's fuel. Every fake smile, every backhanded compliment, every "you've changed," that's another rep in your discipline gym. Go off with that energy. Turn it into focus. Here's what most people don't get. Your family loves you, but they love the version of you that fits their comfort. Your friends like you, but they like the version of you that doesn't challenge their laziness. When you start improving, you expose their lack of effort, and that makes them salty. You become a mirror they can't handle. That's why they'll say you're too intense, too serious, too focused. But that's just code for "I can't keep up." So what do? You keep moving. Low-key, you cut back on the noise. You don't need to announce your grind. You just show results. You stop waiting for their approval and start living for your own standard. You treat every day like a scoreboard. L's for distractions, W's for progress. You want to know why you're still stuck? Because you keep choosing comfort disguised as connection. You stay with people who drain you, who mock your discipline, who normalize mediocrity. Bro, that's dead energy. You can't grow where the soil is shallow. You can't slay when your circle is cringe. It's time to replace gossip with growth, parties with planning, clout with competence. Every minute wasted flexing for validation is a dub-out you just handed away. Every hour scrolling instead of learning is a skill you just yeeted out the window. And every time you let someone talk you out of your vision, you're proving them right, that you never really believed in yourself. Stop living for approval. Stop chasing moods. Stop wasting days trying to make people comfortable with your potential. Bro, it's your life, not a group project. Be the main character. Be based. Take the L's as lessons, not losses. Let your family think you're extreme. Let your friends think you're cold. Because when you finally blow up, when the W's start stacking, those same people will act like they always supported you. So yeah, this first step hurts. You'll lose people. You'll feel lonely. You'll be shook at how fake some smiles were. But that's growth. That's the price of real self-improvement. You can't be litty if you're stuck being lazy. You can't win if you're afraid to walk alone. Remember, procrastination is the graveyard of potential. Laziness is the silent killer of dreams. Distractions are NPC traps meant to keep you broke, tired, and irrelevant. Don't fall for them. Every second you waste is a W handed to someone else. Every focused hour you invest is a future flex. So go off, bro. Be ruthless with your time. Be cold with your priorities. Be based in your grind. Stop waiting for motivation. That's cap. Discipline is the only real flex. Bro, this is the moment. That cold slap of truth when you finally realize you've been asleep with your eyes open. You've been vibing like life's a chill playlist, but deep down, you know you're stuck on repeat. You keep saying, "I'm figuring it out." But no cap. You're not figuring anything out. You're delaying. You're pretending the research phase is progress. But it's not. You're scared to start because starting means accountability. This is where the switch flips. That inner voice that used to say, "You got time," starts to sound sus. That's your conscience trying to wake you up, bro. Because you don't have time. You're not 12 anymore. You're not a spectator in someone else's story. You're the main character, and you've been acting like an NPC in your own life. You're living like the background extra who never got the script. It's time to take it back. Every second you waste scrolling, simping, flexing fake productivity, you're letting your potential rot. You say you're chasing balance, but your version of balance is 95% chill, 5% grind. That's cringe. You think self-improvement is a mood. Reading one quote, watching one banger speech, feeling gassed for 10 minutes, then going back to comfort. That's not growth. That's delusion. That's Dolulu energy in full HD. Here's the hot take. Comfort has become your drug, and your circle is your supplier. Every time you start changing, they hand you another dose of distraction. Come chill, bro. Don't take it so seriously. One night out won't hurt. Bet one night out turns into 10 L's in a row. 10 missed opportunities. 10 mornings you wake up salty at yourself. You're not losing to the system. You're losing to your own habits. But the good news, you can flip it. Low-key, your brain is waiting for you to take control. It's dying for you to give it purpose again. The moment you decide to go off, everything starts shifting. You start noticing how much time people waste talking, gossiping, pretending they're manifesting without moving. You start feeling disgusted with old habits. That's not negativity. That's clarity. That's your first W. Discipline doesn't start with energy. It starts with anger. You get angry at your own L's. You get salty at how much time you've wasted. You look at your old self and say, nah, that version's dead. That's the real glow up. Forget filters and fake flexes. The real drip is self-respect. The real flex is discipline. Bro, the moment you realize no one's coming to save you, you're free. Family? They'll doubt you. Friends? They'll joke about your grind. Bet? Let them. You don't owe them comfort. You owe yourself progress. Every time someone calls you obsessed, take it as a compliment. They're calling you focused because they can't relate. They're shook because you're doing what they're afraid to do. When you start saying no, they'll think you're cold. When you start improving, they'll call you changed. When you stop chasing attention, they'll think you're weird. Good. That's your vibe check. That's how you know you're breaking the script. You're not supposed to stay in the same lane forever. You're supposed to switch tracks and go off. Here's what's based. Self-improvement means outgrowing comfort and confrontation. You'll argue with your old self every day. You'll hear the lazy voice whisper, just rest, bro. You'll see your friends live and chill and think, maybe I'm overdoing it. Nah, that's cap. You're not overdoing it. You're finally doing it. That's why it feels foreign. The transformation starts when you stop needing permission. You stop asking if it's okay to skip the party. You stop explaining your grind. You stop apologizing for working on yourself. You go silent, strategic, surgical. You let people underestimate you while you stack W's in private. That's main character energy AF. You'll start to notice the patterns. The friends who only meme huntuari hit you up when they need something. The family members who throw Sue's comments when you talk about your dreams. The people who act woke but never move. Cut that noise. You're not obligated to stay stuck out of loyalty. Love doesn't mean limitation. You can love them and still leave the environment that's killing your growth. Bro, this is your redemption arc. Every main character hits a breaking point. That moment when they're sick of losing, sick of procrastinating, sick of being the potential guy. That's where you are right now. You're tired of L's disguised as fun. You're tired of pretending that distractions are self-care. You're tired of the Dilulu idea that balance means zero progress. Now's the time to rebuild. You wake up early not because it's trendy, but because you're done wasting mornings. You start journaling, tracking habits, planning your moves. You go from I'll try to I'll do. That's a mindset shift that scares NPCs because it forces them to face their own comfort zones. When they see you moving, they feel exposed. That's why they'll throw shade. But you just smile. You're not fighting them. You're leveling up. No cap, it's going to be lonely. Improvement feels cold at first. You'll miss the noise, the validation, the fake hype. But that silence, that's power. That's where you build. You can't hear your own ambition if you're always surrounded by chatter. Isolation isn't punishment, it's preparation. Remember this, your energy is your currency. Every time you give it to gossip, envy, or comfort, you're broke. Every time you invest it in growth, learning, and discipline, you're rich AF. The game isn't about showing off. It's about stacking unseen W's until the scoreboard breaks. You'll be tempted to flex, to show proof. Don't. Flexing mid-grind is like celebrating before the finish line. Stay low-key. Let people sleep on you. Let them think you're down bad. Then blow up when the time's right. Nothing hits harder than silent success. That's the revenge arc. Self-improvement isn't about hating others, it's about refusing to settle. You can't slay if you're scared of standing alone. You can't grow if you're begging for validation from people who stopped growing years ago. You can't claim main character energy if you're living for background applause. Bro, you either build or you scroll. You either go off or stay basic. It's time to bet on yourself. Set standards so high that even your past self feels salty trying to catch up. Build a routine so consistent that comfort feels cringe. Practice saying no like it's a skill. Refuse to simp for distractions. Be ruthless with your focus. Every minute of real effort compounds. You'll start to see changes. Clarity, confidence, competence. That's not luck. That's discipline stacking. You'll stop chasing hype because you'll be building foundation. You'll stop feeling shook when people doubt you because your proof will speak. You'll move from hoping to doing. The old you, the one who scrolled all night, who lived for laughs, who played NPC in other people's stories, that version is gone. You buried him when you decided to wake up. You're not doing this for flexes or followers. You're doing it because you finally realized nobody's coming to save you. This is your movie, your arc, your redemption, your rise. And every W you stack from now on is proof that you chose growth over gossip, focus over comfort, purpose over people-pleasing. So yeah, go off. Let them call you obsessed. Let them call you crazy. Let them say, you've changed. Bet, that's the point. Because the second you choose discipline over distraction, you stop being a spectator. You become the main character. No cap. Bro, this is where it gets real. All the talk, all the motivation, all the hype. None of it matters without discipline. You can have the best mindset, the cleanest drip, the most based opinions. But if you can't show up daily when it's boring, you're done. Discipline isn't a vibe. It's a lifestyle. It's not sexy, it's not litty, and it's definitely not for NPCs who crumble the moment life gets uncomfortable. Redemption doesn't come from talking, it comes from showing up. It's about turning all the L's you've collected into lessons. You fell off? Cool. You wasted years on comfort? Bet. That's your backstory. Now it's time to grind so hard your past self looks like a filler episode. The truth is, discipline separates the dreamers from the doers. You can't just feel like changing. You have to move like it. You have to be so consistent that your family stops asking questions and your friends stop doubting because your results are louder than their noise. You can't be half committed and expect full rewards. That's cap. Bro, discipline means doing the work when nobody's watching. It's waking up at 6 a.m. when your body screams no. It's saying no to your homies when they hit you with just one night out. It's grinding when the vibe is dead, when you're not gassed, when you feel shook and tired. That's when real W's are earned, in silence, in the dark, when nobody's clapping. You know what's cringe? People who flex motivation but never apply it. They post quotes, retweet grind threads, talk like they're woke, but they still can't stick to a plan for more than a week. That's NPC energy. Real ones don't need to talk about the grind, they live it. They don't need to flex results, the results flex themselves. Every main character in life has a training arc. Yours starts when you stop making excuses. You stop saying, I'm tired, I need motivation, I'm waiting for the right time. That's cap language. The right time doesn't exist. You create it through action. Discipline turns chaos into order, dreams into strategy, potential into proof. You want redemption? You earn it by stacking small W's every day, not viral wins, not overnight glow-ups. I'm talking about quiet, daily, consistent W's. Reading when everyone's gaming, working while everyone's chilling, saving while everyone's flexing. That's the foundation of becoming untouchable. Low-key, the reason most people never blow up is because they're allergic to boredom. They crave constant hype, but real growth is repetitive AF. It's showing up when it's not fun. It's lifting when your muscles burn, studying when your brain's fried, creating when no one's watching. If you can't handle repetition, you can't handle success. Bro, the grind is supposed to feel heavy. That's how you build endurance. You don't slay without struggle. You don't level up by chilling. Every W comes with pain, rejection, fatigue. But that's the tax for becoming elite. Everyone wants the result. Nobody wants the routine. But the routine is what separates legends from spectators. Let's talk about focus. You can't claim to be improving while your attention is shattered by notifications. You're not grinding if your phone owns you. Turn it off. Go cold turkey on distractions. Treat your attention like gold. Every scroll is a stolen opportunity. Every wasted hour is an L disguised as rest. Bro, the discipline arc is lonely. Your circle won't get it. Your family will call you obsessive. Your friends will fade. You'll see people living fun lives and feel FOMO off. But that silence, that's where your empire gets built. You're not missing out. They are. You're building a version of yourself that's unrecognizable. That's based. That's elite. Discipline is how you build self-trust. Every time you follow through, your mind learns to believe you. Every promise kept becomes a W in your mental bank. Every skipped temptation strengthens your core. That's how confidence is born. Not from hype, but from consistency. Financial discipline matters too. Stop simping for validation with your wallet. Stop dropping cash just to flex drip. That's cringe. Stack, invest, build. Use money as a tool, not a trophy. While everyone else flexing fake wealth, you're out here creating real assets. The flex isn't your outfit, it's your freedom. Physical discipline, non-negotiable. Your body is the vehicle of your grind. Train it, feed it right, respect it. You can't be mentally strong with a weak body. Every workout is proof that you can push past comfort. That's how you build mental armor. While others chase dopamine hits, you're building durability. Emotional discipline, that's the final boss. You'll get tested, betrayed by friends, doubted by family, clowned by NPCs who can't stand your glow-up. Don't get salty. Don't get petty. Stay cold, focused, strategic. Let your results do the talking. Revenge through words is temporary. Revenge through success is eternal. Remember this formula. Consistency, X time, sir, power. You don't need hype. You need hours. You don't need permission. You need progress. You don't need validation. You need verification from your own work. Bro, success is math, not magic. 1 hour of focused work daily, rewind 365 hours a year. That's a new language, a new skill, a new business. That's a complete transformation. But you keep saying, I'll start tomorrow. No cap. Tomorrow's for NPCs. Main characters move now. You'll face resistance. From within, from family, from friends. They'll say, relax. They'll call you too serious. Let them. They're supposed to doubt. That's their role in your arc. Every hero needs critics. Every protagonist faces opposition before they slay. It's part of the script. Redemption isn't a viral moment. It's thousands of silent reps. It's late nights, early mornings, no applause. It's falling 7 times, standing up 8. You'll get gassed sometimes, and that's cool. Celebrate small W's, but don't get drunk on them. Keep your hunger alive. Stay humble, stay relentless, stay cold. Bro, you owe it to yourself to make your future self proud. You owe it to your pain to make it worth something. You owe it to your old self who wasted years to not quit this time. Don't let distractions be the reason you stay average. Don't let comfort rob your potential again. This is your redemption arc, the one where the lazy version of you dies, and the disciplined version takes over. No applause, no validation, just results. The world doesn't owe you anything, but your effort owes you everything. Here's the real hot take. The grind never ends, but neither does the reward. Every step you take builds momentum. Every L you convert into a lesson stacks leverage. You stop chasing hype and start chasing mastery. That's when you go from being good to being undeniable. Main character energy isn't about fame, it's about control. It's owning your habits, your time, your focus. It's walking into rooms with quiet confidence, knowing you earned every inch of your progress. It's being based enough to reject shortcuts. So yeah, bro, stay locked in. Keep your circle small and your vision massive. Replace comfort with consistency. Replace validation with value. Replace words with proof. Go off every day like it's the last rep before the breakthrough. Because one day, when you're standing on your mountain, strong, free, untouchable, the same people who doubted you will act like they always believed. Let them. That's not your problem. You don't need to prove them wrong. Your success already did. No cap. That's the real revenge. That's the real W. The redemption arc isn't loud. It's silent. It's steady. It's relentless. Be disciplined AF. Stay cold. Stay focused. Stay based. This is your time. Slay.